shall wait to save Ghana.
We shall now proceed with a roll call.
Yes.
We are proceeding with a roll call. When a member-elect's name is mentioned, the member must rise in his seat to be recognized. Thank you, honorable members-elect. Head of table, proceed with the roll call.
Abdul Khalid Mohammed Sharif. Ablakwa Samuel Okujeto. Abuaje George Kwame. Abuaje George Kwame. Abuaje George Kwame. Achampon Brian. Achampon Richard. Aqua Alexander Kwesi. Adam Hamza. Adam Mohammed Amin. Adams Abdul Salam. Adams Kofi Idi. Adams Mishab Mahama. Ado Ebenezer Kweku. Ado Kweku. Ado Yao Frimpong. Ado Kenneth Daniel Nana. Adi Frederick. Ejay Felicia. Adomako Ernest. Adongo Isaac. Educhum Yao Osei. Afenyo Sedem Kweku. Afenyo Marken Alexander. Afol Eric. Afol Kofi Bente. Efriye Nanayu. Efriye Frank. Agalga James. Agwana Eric Edem. Agbenyo Fred Kwesi. Agbeve Charles Akwesi. Agbenyo Fred Kwesi. Agbeve Charles Akwesi. Agboja Kwame Govins. Ejari Alexander. Ejekum Emmanuel Kwejo. Ajimai Prempe Eric Nana. Ajimai Kingsley. Ajimai Rollins Zaneto. Ajin Sam Lawrence. Ahinkan Frederick Yao. Ahi Samson. Ahiafo Bernard. Ahmed Ibrahim. Eidu Michael Kwesi. Akando Kwabna Minta. Akwete Okli Felix. Alajos Seidu Al Hassan. Al Hassan Abdul Fatawu. Al Hassan Suini Saibu. Al Hassan Umar. Amankwa Millicent Yabua. Amankwa Nicholas. Amankwa Menu Kofi. Amwa Stephen. Amwaku Andrew Esiama. Amwaku Jampo Rudolph. Ampa bin Simon Chreme. Ampofu Kwame Chumesi. Amprechum Saponkwe. Enim Ernest Yao. Ankoma Emilia. Anodompre Frank. Anyimedu Entry Kwame. Anyimedu Entry Kwame. Apak Clement Abaz. Apieje Patricia. Ahin Ebenezer Prince. Amable Nyameke. Arthur Emilia. Asamoah Fred Chey. Asamoah Vincent Opon. Asante Lorette Koko. Asante Boatin Kweku. Asare Kwame Obeng. Esiedu Aida Ajoa. Asensu Boache Francis. Ashi Alfred Nikote. Esiedu Charles. Asafwa Vincent Eko. Aworigo Simon Akibangi. Ewa Nane J. Bafo. Ewuku Samuel. Awuni Theresa Ladi. Ayamba Ladi Ayi. Ayariga Mahama. Aye Nana Asafweje. Ayen Sudankwa Grace. Ayen Hagli Mohammed Isa. Baudra Charles. Bawadua Charles. Bejra Emmanuel Kwesi. Bequin Frank Estiedu Bequin. Besi Daniel Keshi. Beyo Titus Kofi. Bisu Mavis Kukwa. Boaku Gideon. Boachi Yadom Patrick. Boa Emmanuel Kweku. Boa Ma Patrick Yao. Boatin Joseph Apia. Boatin Kwabna. Brahima Muhammad Bawa. Brefo Bright Asamoah. Boa Emmanuel Amakofi. Backman Philip Fifi. Bukari Joseph Nikpe. Chiwete Andrew Dari. Kujo Comfort Doyo. Kujo Joanna Jan. Kujo Robert Wisdom. Dafia Mako Roxon Nelson Eche Kwame. Damwa Kwejo. Dan Abdul Latif. Dangbe Ernestina Ofori. Dapa Elvis Osei Mensa. Dapila Kletu Seidu.
Present.
Dako John. Dako Mensa Kwabnotre. Dauda Collins. De Sebastian Fred. Jabab Nelson Kofi. Jogbadi Jorani Godwin Enimli. Dra Emmanuel. Dumelo John Seto. Jiwonu Laurentia. Enu James. Fatahia Abdul Aziz. Foko Trinebua Kodia. Fodro John Intim. Fomadi Jean-Marie. Forsen Castle Atoba. Forsen Charles. Frimpon Nanampao Kwame Ado. Frimpon Joseph. Frimpon Ohene Kwame. Frimpon Owen Kwame. Good. Gakwe Kwame Jujoli. George Samuel Nate. Ganza Al Hassan Kobna. Gomadoyao. Gomashijifa Abla. Jan Mensa Richard. Jechi Nasira Fra. Isa Atta. Isifu Mahmood. Jack John Kwame Ado. Jaja Yusuf Isaka. Joshua Godfrey Seidu. Jinapo John Abdullahi. Jinapo Samuel Abdullahi. Kabiru Muhammad Tai Abdul. Kini Jeffrey. Kodia Kwame Apia. Kunedu Akwesi. Kosa Martin Kweku Ejei Mensa. Kweli Wolase. Potosu Edem Richard Kofi. Kuma Joseph Kwame.
Present.
Kumi Ernest Yao. Kuri Richard. Kuri Richard. Kuyon Solomon. Kwenu Othniel Echo. Kwatin Kweku Ajimai. Che Shirley. Chiredria Dixon. Lamisi Akanvari Balidia. Labi Oscar Ofori. Late Agnes Namumo. Lukuto Maxwell Kwame. Mahama Daniel Dung. Mahama Shaibu. Mafu Kofia Henkra. Mensa Collins Adomako. Mafu Kofi Ahenkra. Mensa Collins Adomako.
Miss Adumako Mensa Collins.
Mensa Isaac Ejay. Mensa Joseph Kwesi. Miji Mashaibu Nuren. Mills Samuel Atta. Mie Anthony. Mohammed Haruna. Mohammed Yakubu. Mubarak Seed. Mumuni Alasan. Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak. Inkwikara Suma Anthony. Nandaya Stanley Yao. Nanja Sanja. Napari Dominic. Nate Ayiku Benjamin. Nawani Mark Kurt. Indebila Ebenezer Alumri. Nichema Bila Alamzi. Nitiwu Dominic Bingham Aduna. Inkansabwedu Mavis. Nkrumah Kojo Opon. Nukua Pius Kwame. Nokoi Kofi Ako, Nogbe Ernest Henry, Notuko Toy Peter Kwesi, Intebe William Ayo, Intekuni Emmanuel Kofi, Intim Adelaide, Intosu Helen Ajwa, Nuruddin Mumuni Mohammed, Nyakote Albert Tete, Nyako Bismarck Tete, Nyako Isaac Boama, Nyako Kingsley, Nyako Thomas Ampim, Nyako Kwame Naminta, Nyindam Matthew, Oklu Linda Ohenewa, Odampton Isaac Asha, Oforiata Duke William Allen Kwame, Ofosu Felix Kwache, Ofosu Ejari Elizabeth, Okuno Phyllis Nakoyo, Onyina Champong Akwesi Jemfi, Opoku Davis Ansa, Opoku Eric, Opoku Isaac Yao, Osei Kennedy Nyako, Osei Ejay Nana, Osei Akoto Seth, Osei Akoto Seth,
Order what? Order what? Order what? Order what? Order what?
Osei Akoto Seth, Osei Asari Abena, Oti John Kwabena Bless, Oredu Charles Esuako, Owusu Gloria, Owusua Rachel Ama, Owusua Charles Francis Kwabena Brimpong, Peito Desmond de Graft, Pelpo Abdul Rashid Hassan, Pokwe Dusei Ralph, Kwaisin James Jechi, Ramadan Mohammed Adamu, Ricketts Hagan George Kweku, Salam Damata Ama Epianima, Sandari Sebastian Meneso, Soya Queen Stapokwa, Sefer Richard Kwame, Seidu Haruna, Shaib Jerry Ahmed, Sosu Francis Xavier Kojo, Sowa Rita Nao Dole, Supari Mohammed Adams,
Absent.
Suleimana Adama,
Absent.
Suleimana Al Hassan, Suleimana Al Hassan Tampuli, Suleimana Yusuf, Tanko Mustafa Amaju, Taylor Isa Salifu, Taylor Abi Ebenezer Oklite, Tete Agotri Gisela, Tete Joycelyn, Tete Joseph Akwete, Tobin Emmanuel, Tofi Dorcas, Tobu Peter Lanshini, Ture Mahama Nasir, Chekpo Thomas Walanyo, Tubazu Abdul Rauf Tonjem, sorry? Yusuf Mustafa, Vanderpoy Alfred Oko, Vondi David, Winsum Annaba Thomas, Yabua Frank, Yabua Kofi Obri, Yibo Isaac Awuku, Zidin Bid and Watazumo.
Thank you very much. Honourable members elect, we shall proceed in accordance with Standing Order 8.1 of the Standing Orders of Parliament. I am satisfied that quorum is present in this House to enable me proceed to conduct the election of the Speaker. In doing so, I would like to draw your attention to Article 95(1) of the 1992 Constitution, which requires that a Speaker of Parliament be elected by members of Parliament from among persons who are members of Parliament or qualified to be elected as Member of Parliament. I also want to refer you to Order 7.2, which states, a person shall not be proposed for election as Speaker unless the person has given a written consent to the clerk to be nominated as Speaker. It is also important to draw your attention to Standing Order 8.5 of the House, and I beg to quote, where only one person is proposed, the person shall be declared elected and conducted to the chair without any question being put. A member-elect addressing the clerk shall propose a person to the House as Speaker of Parliament and shall move that the person do take the chair of this House as Speaker, which motion shall be seconded without debate or remarks. Honourable members-elect, I now invite nominations for the election of the Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I come under Order 8.4. Mr. Chairman, I beg to read. A member-elect addressing the clerk shall propose a person to the House as the Speaker of Parliament and shall move that the person do take the chair of this House as Speaker, which motion shall be seconded without debate or remarks. Mr. Chairman, I move that Honourable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbe do take the chair of this House as the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Mr. Chairman, Honourable Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbe is a teacher, a lawyer, a politician, a statesman, a result-oriented and transformational leader. He was elected as Speaker of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic on the 7th January 2021, thus becoming the first person ever in the history of Ghana and the Parliament of Ghana to be elected to the high office of the Speaker of Parliament from a political party that is neither in government nor controls the majority of seats in Ghana's Parliament. He was called to the bar as barrister and solicitor of the Supreme Court of Ghana in 1982 and engaged in private legal practice between 1983 and 1993. He later established a law firm in 1994 called the Law Trust. Right Honorable Speaker entered the University of Ghana in 1977 and graduated in 1980 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Law and English. He proceeded to the Ghana School of Law in Accra, where he was called to the bar and became a solicitor and advocate of the Supreme Court of Ghana. Honorable Bagbin later earned a postgraduate certificate on privatization of public utilities at the Eastern and Southern African Management Institute, Tanzania, in the year 1999. He also has an executive master's in governance and leadership from the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA. Right Honorable Bagbin entered Parliament on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress in 1993. He won 7 consecutive parliamentary elections. He was Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker decided not to contest as a Member of Parliament at the end of his term of the 7th Parliament of the 4th Republic in the year 2021. He was elected Speaker of Parliament of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. Within these years, spanning some 28 good years, Honorable Alban Kingsford Bagbin served on various parliamentary committees and chaired several of them. He served as the Minority Leader from January 2001, a position he held for 8 good years until he transitioned to the Majority Leader and Leader of Government Business in the year 2009. Honorable Bagbin again served as the Minister of Water Resources, Works and Housing, and later the Minister of Health between 2010 and 2013. In 2014, he returned to the House as the Majority Leader and Leader of Government Business for the second time. He was elected the second Deputy Speaker in January 2017 for the duration of the 7th Parliament. He was a member of the task force responsible for the President of Ghana's priority project in health, education, and transport from 2013 to 2017, famously referred to by Ghanaians as the 3 wise men. Right Honorable Speaker also served and continues to serve on several boards and international organizations. This includes, currently is the chairman of the Parliamentary Service Board of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana that dissolved today. He was a member of the Parliamentary Service Board for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th Parliament, and he was also in attendance as a member of the Parliamentary Service Board for the 7th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. He was a member of the African, Caribbean, Pacific, and European Union Joint Parliamentary Assembly, the ACPEU, at Belgium between 2013 and 2015. He was again a member of the International Council for Parliamentarians for Global Action. He is again the founding member, Global Organization for Parliamentarians Against Corruption, GOPAC, between 2004 and 2014. He was a member of Parliamentarians for Global Action, again between 1994 to 2017. He was the Vice President of CPA between 2021 to 2022. Currently the President, Conference of Speakers, and President of African Legislatures. He's a member, International Advisory Council for Global Governance in Washington, and a member of the International Council for Political Renewal, again in the United States, Washington. For his outstanding leadership and lifetime of dedication to public service, both in Ghana and abroad, Speaker Babin was awarded Doctor of Law honoris causa, LLD, by the University of Professional Studies, UPSA, in the year 2017. Right Honorable Speaker has won a significant number of international and domestic awards. He's a strong advocate for gender and social inclusion, women's rights and empowerment, and equitable representation in Parliament in all decision-making across the country and globally. He's also noted for his principled, courageous, firm, decisive, and resolute personality. Right Honorable Bagbin is a man of high integrity and a Democrat par excellence. Mr. Chairman, Speaker Bagbin has championed several institutional reforms and the welfare of members and the parliamentary service during his first term as Speaker. In addition to this, he is the first Speaker of this House to demunicify Parliament by taking the institution to the doorsteps of the people of Ghana. He is married with 2 kids. I so move. Thank you.
Any seconder? Our minority leader.
Chairman, it is my distinct honor to rise to second this motion ably moved by my respected colleague, Dr. Kesil Atoba Forson. But before I second this motion, before I second this motion, under the rules of this House, which secondment requires that there should be no need for remarks or debate, I shall address some preliminary matters. Before, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, this House is an independent constitutional body. The mandate given to us to elect a Speaker is engraved in the provisions of the Constitution, in particular, Article 95 of the Constitution. The Speaker he hasn't called me.
Mr. Chairman, your guidance will be needed in this matter. This is my 4th term in this House. And this is the first time in the history of this Parliament. Our standing orders are very clear. When you rise to second a motion, there must be no remark, no debate. What the minority leader, who has not told us if it is now spiritually okay for him to sit in the minority leader's chair. I don't know what his spiritual advisors are telling him now. He cannot be violently violating our standing orders with such impunity. We cannot accept it. So, Mr. Chairman, please, we invite you to ensure that this solemn occasion proceeds with respect for our Constitution and the standing orders of the House. If you have some, you call it preliminary remarks, you can do that out of the confines of the motion and secondment. You are minority leader. You are well within your right to make your preliminary remarks after. You cannot be violating our standing orders. Please, let's be careful the precedent we set. This is so bizarre. It's never been seen in this House. So, respected Minority Leader, please. And, Chair, I'm getting the impression that the clerk is allowing the Minority Leader to dictate the pace. Please, let's see your authority. We will not accept this.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, honorable member.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable members, thank you very much. The honorable minority leader indicated that he's aware of the rules of engagement regarding seconding the motion nominating the speaker. That should be without debate or remarks. And I believe the honorable minority leader will do exactly so. Honorable minority leader, you may proceed without debate or remarks. Honorable minority leader, you have the floor. Please proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I do not want to take issues with my respected colleague, Honorable Ablakwa. I will always want to respect his views. But I love debate, and I would want us to go into the issues. I kept quiet. You are impatient. I kept quiet for you. Let's have some decorum. Mr. Chairman, my practice at the bar is always a guide for me. I said I have a preliminary matter to raise. In law, Mr. Ablakwa, you pay attention. This is a matter of law. This is a matter of law. This is a matter of law. Law, pay attention. When Mr. Chairman, I said I have a preliminary matter, I meant to say that I had to deal with the preliminary matter before I get to the stage of seconding the motion. And that is allowed. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, this house is a house of rules and procedures. Mr. Chairman, before I proceed, let me put on record that the minority leader is a distinguished lawyer of repute. And indeed, Mr. Chairman, I will refer the House to the rules of this House, and specifically to Order 8, Rule 4. And Mr. Chairman did refer to it, which reads, with your permission, and I quote, that a member-elect addressing the clerk shall propose a person to the House as the Speaker of Parliament and shall move that the person, quote, do take the chair of this House as Speaker, end quote, which motion shall be seconded without debate or remarks, end quote. Mr. Chairman, my colleague, brother, and friend, the Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, made the point rightly that in seconding the motion for somebody to take the chair, one is not entitled to make remarks or debate. But Mr. Chairman, we all heard the venerable, distinguished, astute lawyer, minority leader, Honorable Afenyo Makin, loud and clear. Mr. Chairman, he said, and I quote him, before I second the motion, and end quote, before I second the motion. Mr. Chairman, he had not seconded the motion. And he did go a step further, Mr. Chairman, he did go a step further to say, before I second the motion, I would like to make some preliminary points. And so, Mr. Chairman, I will pardon my friend and brother, the Honorable Kujeto Ablakwa. He is not a lawyer. And therefore, by a basic rule, Mr. Chairman, by a basic rule or canon of interpretation, even a lay person will appreciate that the distinguished minority leader is yet to second the motion, and therefore he's entitled to make the preliminary points he sought to make. So let the minority leader make those points. Thank you very much.
Thank you, honorable members. Thank you, honorable members. Honorable members, we shall proceed with seconding of the motion. And honorable minority leader, please proceed. Brevity is the rules of the game.
Mr. Chairman,
Roxanne, sit down.
Mr. Chairman, to rise to second a motion is a voluntary act. If he's not interested in seconding the motion, he should sit down. I rise to second the motion. The motion is therefore seconded. Thank you very much.
No. Which one? You are not sure. What has been said? You don't know what happened. Mr. Chairman.
Honorable members, minority leader, just a minute. Would you kindly resume your seat, minority leader? Minority leader, I'll give you the floor. All right. Honorable members, the honorable minority leader was on the floor before the other honorable member interjected. The rules of the House, honorable members, honorable minority leader, please continue with the seconding of the motion.
Mr.
Please
Chairman.
second the motion. Please second the motion.
Mr. Chairman, our Constitution, Article 95, provides that there shall be a Speaker who shall be elected by members of Parliament from among persons who are members of Parliament or who are qualified to be elected as members of Parliament. Mr. Chairman, I have in my hand a statement issued by the Office of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, titled President-elect Mandate NDC Parliamentary Leadership to nominate Right Honorable A.S.K. Bagbin as Speaker of 9th Parliament. It reads the President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has, in consultation with the National Executive and Parliamentary leadership of National Democratic Congress, mandated the nomination
Mr. Chairman,
of the Right Honorable Abansuman Kingsford Babi as Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, this letter is signed by Mr. Felix Ofosu, Kwachi Ofosu, as Special Aide. Chairman, the preliminary issue I'm raising is to the effect that the nomination
Mr. Chairman,
only requires the consent
where from
of
that
the
letter?
person to be nominated.
Where from that letter? That letter, where is it from?
Situation where
It must not be tolerated.
that the
Where from that
executive
letter?
now directs that a
Where
member
from that letter?
should nominate would make this arm of
This is a
government
House of Records.
an
Where from that
appendage
letter?
of the executive. Mr. Chairman,
You people, no, where from that
that
letter?
is the objection that I have. Having made that point,
Where from that letter?
I need, Mr. Chairman, to also draw your attention
You see, Sammy,
to the fact
you have
that
been vindicated.
in 2001,
Jethro.
7 January, when
Is
Right
this
Honorable
seconding the
himself,
motion?
as minority
What
leader,
is doing?
was seconding the motion ably moved by J.H. Mensah for consideration of Alajete as the speaker. These were his observations, and I read from column 4 of the Hansard of 7 January 2001. I quote, ASK Bagwin, NDC, Nadole North, as he then was. He says, Mr. Chairman, I rise to second the motion urging this House to accept the nomination of Mr. Peter Alajete as Speaker of the 3rd Parliament of the 4th Republic. He goes on to say, Mr. Chairman, in doing so, however, I would want to register the displeasure of the minority side on how this issue has been handled. Mr. Chairman, it is part of the rules of democracy for us to be heard. I am not opposed to the motion, but my concerns must register for Hansard. And the man that we are proposing for the high office of Speaker himself has set a precedent where in seconding Alajete, the chair allowed him to raise his concerns. Let us tolerate each other. I am here with his own records. Mr. Chair, my contention basically is that in view of the improper consultation, from the majority side in this matter, and in view of the fact that, Mr. Speaker, the executive in a public statement is directing the honorable majority leader to nominate a person. I hold the view that
Honorable Minority Leader.
No, I have to come in.
Jethro, there is no any executive.
Honorable Minority Leader.
There is no any
Honorable
executive.
Minority Leader. Honorable Minority Leader.
There is no any executive.
Honorable Minority
Which
Leader.
executive?
Honorable Minority Leader.
Where there is no executive.
Recognize honorable members' intents. But let me make a point. Honorable Minority, I am the chair of these proceedings. Let me make my point. Honorable Minority Leader, there are extraneous matters which I believe should not be part of this process. You were to second the motion. The other information you were tendering, the other information you were providing is not an information which is before this House. It is not part of the process for consideration for nomination of the Speaker. So, in seconding the motion, these matters ought not to have been brought to the floor of the House. Let me make that point. In doing so, I recognize Honorable Muntaka, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Chair, ordinarily I would not have reason to speak, but because we have rules and you have a leader grossly abusing it, I need to draw his attention. Aside Order 7, I want to refer the minority leader to our standing orders 11510. And in 11510, it says, and I read, under rules of debate, and I read, a member seconding the motion or an amendment shall state, Mr. or Madam Speaker, I beg to second the motion or amendment, except that this may be without limiting the right of the member to speak later at a later stage within the debate. Most importantly, Mr. Chair, 11, it says, a mover of a motion or amendment may speak in support of the motion, but subject to these orders, no further, and that's where the emphasis is, no further debate is allowed until the motion or amendment has been seconded. So while you are saying, yes, it's within your right as a member, and even when you go to Order 8, after seconding and the motion is taken, before the Speaker is called to take the chair, the standing order allows a member to get up and make other comments before that chair. So all we are saying is that in what you are doing, you are abusing the rules. You can second the motion, let the motion pass. If you have something to say, you get up and you cut out the chair, and then you'll be allowed to speak. So with this, you are abusing our rules, and we need to draw your attention. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Minority Leader, I take it that you have seconded the motion. If you haven't seconded the motion, Honorable Minority Leader, you will second the motion. You will not proceed on any other matter apart from seconding the motion. So long as I remain the chair of these proceedings, you will not do any other thing apart from seconding the motion. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, I have heard Honorable Muntaka. I disagree with him, but I'll reserve that for another day. Mr. Chairman, with the greatest respect to you, wait, Mr. Chairman, with the greatest respect to you, a preliminary matter is a preliminary matter. Having raised them, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, having raised them, I shall proceed, therefore, to second the motion moved by my legislator colleague.
All right. The motion for the nomination for consideration for election to the office of the Speaker has been moved and ably seconded. Earlier, I drew attention to the relevant provisions of the standing orders, which requires a consent letter from the person nominated. Let me indicate, I have in my hand a consent letter addressed to the Clerk to Parliament, Parliament House Accra. Attention, Mr. Ebenezer Ahuma Jethro. Written consent to be nominated as the Speaker. Pursuant to Order 7.2 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, I hereby consent to be nominated to be elected as the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Your cooperation is highly solicited. Signed, Right Honorable Aban Sumana Kingsford Bagby. So we have the consent letter. Having secured the consent letter, It is appropriately tabled. It is appropriately tabled. Yes, together. Yes, together with all. Yes. All right. Thank you very much, honorable members. At this time, I want to find out, is there any other nomination? No. All right.
Mr. Chairman, in response to your question, our side has no other nomination. Just for the record, we do not have any other. Why are you scared? You think we want to pull a fast one on you? Why are you scared? Mr. Speaker, why are they scared? We are not pulling a fast one on you. We will not. Are you sure you don't have any other nomination yourself? Mr. Chairman, I want to find out from our side. Mr. Chairman, have patience for the process. Our side, the MPP minority, has no other nomination. But we want to find out from the backbench whether they have any other nomination. They should tell us. Whether they are only relying on the president-elect's nomination or they have another one. They should let us know.
There be no other nomination. I hereby duly declare Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin as having been elected. Honourable members, we will continue with proceedings. Will you humbly resume your seat? Honourable members, please resume your seat. Now, we will invite the sponsors to conduct Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin to the chamber. As Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin is being conducted into the House, I shall invite the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Justice Tokonu, to proceed to the days for the administration of oath.
Channel 1 Television. We're bringing you live pictures from Parliament. The 9th Parliament of the Republic is sitting as we speak. They are electing a new speaker to govern the affairs of this legislature for the next 4 years. And as you just saw in your pictures, the Right Honorable Speaker of the 8th Parliament has been renominated, and that renomination seconded by the minority side, and the House is currently waiting for
come back. You did live, man. But then they pick you and then they tell you. Hey. So how you gonna say you did on there?
Father, oh, Father.
Sumana.
Waiting for you to come.
All members may resume their seats. You may resume your seats. I shall now invite Her Ladyship, the Chief Justice, to administer the oaths of allegiance and the oath of office of the Speaker to the Speaker-elect. Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, may proceed to the dais for the administration of the oaths.
Honorable Speaker, we will start with the oath of allegiance. Do kindly say after me.
I, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagui,
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Republic of Ghana
to the Republic of Ghana
as by law established,
as by law established,
that I will uphold the sovereignty
that I will uphold the sovereignty
and integrity of Ghana,
and integrity of Ghana,
and that I will preserve,
and that I will preserve, protect,
and defend
the
Constitution
Constitution
of the Republic of Ghana.
of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Now we will have the Speaker's oath. I,
Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagui,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Republic of Ghana
to the Republic of Ghana
as by law established,
as by law established,
that I will uphold the integrity
that I will uphold the integrity
of the Republic of Ghana,
of the Republic of Ghana,
that I will faithfully
and
conscientiously
discharge my duties
as Speaker of Parliament,
and
that I will uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, and that I will do right to all manner of persons in accordance with the Constitution of Ghana and the laws and conventions of Parliament without fear or favor, affection or ill will. So help me God.
So help me God.
Ayiko.
Most good.
I need to come formally.
And after that?
Congratulations, Mr. Speaker. God bless you.
Father, oh, Father. Father, oh, Father. Father, oh, Father.
Quran. Now you can put it on
Honorable members, order, order.
Muslim. Oh, okay.
Honorable members, it's now time for us to move to item 5 on the order paper. Right Honorable Speaker delivers acceptance speech. Honorable members, I proceed to deliver my acceptance speech. Your Ladyship, the Chief Justice, Justice Mrs. Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokunu, Honorable Members of Parliament elect, Your Excellencies, Speakers, and Presidents of legislatures present. I'm aware we have a number of them with us today. Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps present, our most revered spiritual and traditional leaders of the country, chairmen and executives of political parties present, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great humility that I accept the high and privileged office of the Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana, having had the same honor to be Speaker of the 8th Parliament. I am grateful to the Almighty God for His grace and mercies for me to achieve this grateful to the Almighty God for His grace and mercies for me to achieve this rare feat. To Him be all the praise and honor. Honorable members of Parliament-elect, I am very grateful for the privilege and confidence you have reposed in me to be Speaker and to head this honorable House once more. I also express my gratitude to the President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, for the trust and confidence in me and my leadership of the House, and for recommending my candidature in consultation with the leadership of the great National Democratic Congress to be elected Speaker of this Parliament. I came to the Speaker of the 8th Parliament with my experience as the with the leadership of the great National Democratic Congress to be elected Speaker of this Parliament. I came to the Speaker of the 8th Parliament with my experience as the longest legislator of the House. I now come to the 9th Parliament with just not that background, but now with the experience of 4 years of speakership of a very difficult hung parliament, who continue to hope for a better Ghana. I urge you to support your parliament and be interested and engaged with the work of parliament. As the standard orders of parliament direct, after we have performed this duty of electing me as the Speaker of Parliament, I will have the singular honor and duty to also proceed to perform the other duties imposed by the standing orders of the House. That is, to swear in the members elect and proceed to supervise the election of 2 deputy speakers of the House. Once again, I am very grateful for this great honor. I thank you so much. Honorable members, we now proceed to item 6 on the order paper, taking of oaths.
leadership would have a few things to say about the Speaker before we bring proceedings to a suspension, only to resume subsequently later during the day at the Blackstar Square.
Blackstar Square.
So that we can swear in our newly elected president and his vice president-elect.
Okay. I believe he's back on the floor. Appears to be holding him up now.
Well, you know, the various MPs have to sign their names into the oath document that has been shared. And then also they have to be given the appropriate symbol, religious symbol that they intend to use for purposes of taking the oath. Yes, okay. Because if you are Muslim, you don't have to take the Bible.
Yeah.
If you are from the traditional...
Well, what do they give them?
Oh, no, you do have a message.
Okay. But I realize he used the Catholic one. That's to mean the speaker is Catholic. Is that the case?
Yeah, he's Catholic. So you saw him with a cross.
Yeah.
Generally, all others would take the Bible. Generally, unless you have a particular, reason to want to basically raise your hand and do that. And then also, if you are Muslim, you go with the Quran. Or the scriptures that you intend to commit your life to and your office to, and subsequently there will be the swearing in ceremony. You can see the families, if you like, relations of all the MPs elect. Chiefs are also here to observe this order.
Right, and now we have a speaker of the 9th
watch from home.
Yeah.
And they will start now thinking about their future and the next steps.
Whether they'll try
so
again.
So everybody in there has a bit of, their share of what is going on.
How was that experience for you like? Because you came in hardworking member of parliament, fantastic, at committee work, and then also on the floor, helping your constituents, and for some reason, the primaries did not go your way, and you must have been watching proceedings like this.
Well, yes, but the good thing about our time was that you lost your primaries about a year to the general election, so you would have sufficiently processed these ones, internalized them, and gotten over largely the facts, and of course you would have decided your next steps. In fact, by this time I had already started active legal practice, so you woke up on the day after the swearing in and you could appropriately dress and show up in court, and so that helped a bit. But for those who do not have anything to fall back on, I'm sure that it will be a very traumatic time, and I experienced that with some of our colleagues.
We see that the MP elect for Akwatia is going ahead to be sworn in. What are the legal implications for him?
Well, I think let me ask my colleague Salom to take this one, if there are further comments. Yes, so the question is, what are the implications for the MP elect for Akwatia, who has decided, at least from the communication we heard from the minority leader, to take part in proceedings, in other words, to be sworn into office as Member of Parliament, although he had been warned, first of all, that constitutionally he is a stranger in the House and ought not take part in proceedings, and secondly, that there is pending, or the Parliament has received a document from the court indicating there is a freezing order to the effect that he should not take part in today's proceedings?
Well, I mean, it's obviously an act in contempt of the court, and particularly given that this conduct has been given a constitutional mention, makes it even tricky for him. When you look at Article 105 of the Constitution, for example, it says, which the chairman
hold on, we'll come back to
President to be sworn in. I notice a number of members have moved out of the chamber. And if you are not sworn in, you remain member-elect.
I mean, the reading of Article 105 of the Constitution says a person who sits or votes in Parliament knowing or having reasonable grounds for knowing that he is not entitled to do so commits an offence and shall be liable on conviction to such penalty as shall be prescribed by or under an Act of Parliament. So, in the first place, he is aware that he is not supposed to be sworn in, he is not supposed to be there, and he is there taking part in the process. So that is quite clear. Beyond all of this, it is contemptuous of the court, and the court has its own ways of punishing or sanctioning acts like this.
The presence of some important dignitaries in the House. We have the spouse of the Chief Justice of us, Mr. Francis Tokonu. Apart from my spouse, Madam Alice Adjoa Yunus. We also have His Excellency Adama Bitogo, Président Assemblée Nationale de Côte d'Ivoire. As you know, he's a very dear friend and brother of mine. You are most welcome. We also have the Right Honorable Nabekun, Speaker of the Liberian House of Representatives. We have His Excellency Fortune Zifamia Charubira, Speaker of the Pan-African Parliament. We have Honorable Ajaratu Traore Coulibaly, Second Deputy Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament. We have the Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Honorable Johnson Asiedu Nketia. He is ably supported by the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress in the person of Honorable Fifi Fiavi Kweti. We have the Chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee, Information, Broadcasting, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism Committee, and also the Vice Chairman of the Maritime Committee in the person of Senate Abraham Darius Dillon. I'm sure you can see the galaxy of our kings, our queens, our queen mothers in the public gallery. And I see your lovely, the term I use here is spouses of members of parliament. And those who actually lead us spiritually. We have a lot of religious leaders with us. So those of you who go quoting the holy books, whether the Holy Quran or the Holy Bible, please kindly take note and don't mislead when you are quoting. We have a number of the members of the diplomatic corps with us. On your behalf, I warmly welcome all of you. Now I can see that all members are present. Honorable members, members-elect actually, in accordance with Article 100 of the 1992 Constitution and Order 13.1 of the Standard Orders of Parliament, I shall proceed to administer the oaths to you, members-elect, and you may swear on the Bible, the crucifix, or the Holy Quran. Alternatively, a member-elect may make and subscribe to a solemn affirmation. May I now kindly request members-elect to rise in their seats. I intend to commence with the oath of allegiance. Honorable members-elect, you shall repeat after me. I do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. We shall now proceed to the oath of a member of Parliament. And once again, you repeat after me. I having been elected a member of Parliament, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Republic of Ghana as by law established, that I will uphold, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, and that I will faithfully and conscientiously discharge the duties of a member of Parliament. So help me God. Honorable members, you may now resume your seats. Honorable members, you may now resume your seats. Please resume your seats. Honorable members, resume your seats. Honorable members, before I congratulate all of you on the assumption of office as members of Parliament, it is important I remind you of the crucial role of political leadership in development. Honorable members, it is very important for you to keep uppermost in your mind the crucial role of political leadership in the process of national development. Society develops or fails to develop depending on the extent to which its political leadership is intelligent, creative, skillful, committed, and has the capacity to enlist support, induce loyalty, and to inspire confidence. Today, we are now the political leaders of Ghana. And this onerous responsibility rests with us. I know together we can do it. We have no alternative than to coalesce together to develop Ghana. With this, I thank you for your patience and attention. I will, on behalf of your constituents, the good people of Ghana, and our beloved Mother Ghana, congratulate you all for this achievement. I'm aware of what you went through before you got elected to this house. And I trust that you will not abuse the trust and confidence of the people. With this, honorable members, you are all to sign the oaths and submit the signed copies to the marshal. Please, you can do that now or later. Honorable members, happily, your new standing orders is in print, and you'll be giving copies soon. May I now have the guidance of the leadership of the House, whether there's any more item for us to take, or we should call it a ninth.
Honorable George, I thought the next thing, okay.
And leader of the House.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, may we please proceed to item 7. The House elect deputy speakers, item 7. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, is that the sense of the House? We shall now proceed to item 6, to elect the 2 deputy speakers of the House. any nominations?
Right Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Article 96 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and the Standing Order 12 of this House, I hereby nominate Honorable Bernard Ahiafor for consideration by this August House as the first Deputy Speaker of this Parliament. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Ahiafor is a distinguished lawyer with 23 years of experience at the bar. He is currently an NDC Member of Parliament for Akachi South constituency. In the 8th Parliament, Mr. Speaker, he was a respected member, ranking member for Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Ahiafor comes from Atijive in the Akachi South municipality in the Volta region. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Ahiafor was born on the 6th day of February 1973, so he's over 52 years today. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Honorable members, any seconder?
Right Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion ably moved by Honorable Member of Adaku, Honorable Kwame Abuja. I so move.
I hope, honorable members, honorable members, honorable members, I hope this time around there will be no theatrics, and so I'll proceed. Honorable members, the motion has been moved and seconded. I proceed to put the question. Honorable members, can you hear me? I proceed to declare Honorable Bernard Ahiafor, Member of Parliament for Akachi South constituency, duly elected as the first Deputy Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic. Honorable members, may we now proceed to the election of the second Deputy Speaker. Any nomination? Yes.
Speaker, I rise with respect to nominate the Honorable Andrew Esiama Amoako for the position of the second Deputy Speaker. Speaker, the Honorable Amoako Esiama is a respected surveyor, a lawyer, an educationist, and to top it up, a politician. In environmental law, degree in conflict, peace and security. He also holds a bachelor's degree in land economy and law. Speaker, the Honorable Esiama is proudly married with 5 children. All of us, most of us in this chamber can testify that in the 8th Parliament, the Honorable Esiama has played the role of deputizing you on many occasions, especially occasions where the House has come to some form of tension. He has dispensed his job and himself creditably. Speaker, let me also say that I have in my hands a letter of consent of the nominee. And so I shall rely on this, and without adding more, I so move. Speaker, I'm grateful.
Honorable members, any seconder?
Mr. Speaker, having regard to Article 96(1)(b) of the 1992 Constitution, noting the election of the first Deputy Speaker from the NDC party, I beg to second the motion. Thank you.
There being no other nomination, I proceed to declare Honorable Esiama Andrew Amoako, Member of Parliament for Forminar constituency, duly elected as the second Deputy Speaker of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. Honorable members, this is the first sitting of the first meeting of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. So I understand, but let it be known that it's unparliamentary to clap in plenary sessions of this House. You don't clap. You say, yeah, yeah. You have to control your emotions. It's a learning process, and so it's important I draw your attention. Let me now happily bring to your attention that the people who made me possible to get to these heights have come in their numbers from the beautiful constituency, the Nadolu-Kaleo constituency in the Upper West region. And so I have a number of my hard-working constituents at the public gallery. I think it's important you thank them on my behalf for what they've done for all these years. I'm extremely grateful to all of them. Now, with your kind indulgence, I will proceed to suspend the sitting of the House to 10 in the forenoon, when we shall all reconvene at the Independence Square for another important activity. Honorable members are expected to be seated by 9 in the forenoon. Proceedings will commence at 10 promptu. With this, the sitting honorable members, I've been given further information that in view of the numbers expected at the Independence Square, you are all urged to convene in the presence of Parliament, where there will be some buses to convey you to the venue, that is the Independence Square. And so you are expected to be here before the 9 in the forenoon. Please, let's be time conscious in this matter. With this, I proceed to suspend the sitting, and that is the first sitting of the first meeting of the first session of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. The House and sitting is accordingly suspended.
The sitting of the first sitting, they say, of the first session of the 9th Parliament has now been suspended. What's the difference?
They say the first sitting of the first meeting
of the first session
of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic.
So what's the difference? It's suspended, it's not adjourned.
Yes, because
they will continue in the morning.
Continue, with the swearing in.
In a couple of hours' time.
Would have to swear the oath in Parliament. So the Parliament will reconvene at the Independence Square, and then the sitting will continue.
Surprise at the deputies?
Not at all.
Why?
I think there was some back and forth as to whether the NPP will play ball and NDC would tighten their nose. But I see. It made sense that you are not seen as grabbing all power, as straining them of the little ability to contribute. Participatory democracy is important. At all levels, we should not be seen as there is a certain reward that Ghanaians have given you. Being magnanimous in victory helps. It helps because this victory you are very excited about, you can lose it in a matter of years, 4. Or even a little beyond that. So you should be seen as embracing all. You should be seen as doing more than just the usual politicking. Oh, they are down, let's kick them harder. That does not engender the kind of support you want. And again, I'm expecting that even in this state of Parliament, they would rather be concentrating on how to build consensus, how to get other ideas. Because there are people sitting on the outside, they were ministers, they have some experience, they have some insight that you may need to run the country. This business of always seeking to run the country with half of the country, we all know it doesn't make sense.
Well,
because in my hometown, there's an expression that is loosely translated, all of the world's sense cannot be in one person's head. So you need more people. Brilliant. And they are not third-class citizens in their own country. Even though sometimes, because of politics and grandstanding, all of these things happen, ultimately, you will need some of the people and their expertise and their experience to help build a better country. So I was very impressed with the fact that I know some foot soldiers of the NDC are not happy that they went and gave, when they had the power, to deprive them of everything. But it is when you have it all that your real character is shown.
Right. So, Winston, you were thinking perhaps we could have ended this by 1:30 latest, but here we are. It's 2:30-ish, almost 2:40 now.
Yeah. But again, I mean, I'm happy that we didn't have to go through the regular elections here and there.
Right.
And, the thing for me is this. At some point, certain things would have to stop. Okay. And I keep saying that I'm not the kind of person who's always thinking about revenge. Sometimes you make a point by not revenging. And so...
To be that bigger person.
Yes. I'm not the kind of person who always says, well, because you did this to me, I'm going to do that to you the next time around. And so the moment, Roxanne Nelson Dathia indicated that if they want to engage in litigation and all of that, they will let it slide. I realized that the NDC, who are masters of this game, when I say masters of this game, they succeeded in getting all of us to wait till the morning in 2021, knew that the NPP had nothing to lose this time around. The minority has absolutely nothing to lose.
Right.
President John Mahama is waiting to be sworn in. And if you are the NDC, and look, absolute majority, First Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Speaker of Parliament, what else do you need? If in 2021, after the Speaker of Parliament, you actually give out the First Deputy and Second Deputy, why would you want to fight for a Second Deputy too in 2025, for instance? I'm happy that at least this could be a sign of things to come. Let's see.
Okay, hold on. Let's do this briefly. I'll return to you, and then we could wrap up and all go get some rest so that we can continue in the morning with the swearing in of John Dramani Mahama and Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman as President and Vice President. Let's go back to Parliament.
Going to be able to resist. We know the majority's behavior to almost always shout when you guys are speaking, fighting you on that score. Are you going to be able to resist that?
That is the responsibility. That is the responsibility we have. It's a huge responsibility you have on our shoulders. That at the end of the day, we don't become a timid minority. We don't become a minority that is intimidated, but a minority that is focused on the mandate that has been bestowed upon us by the Ghanaian people. A democracy is a danger to itself. It's a danger to the country and the state if it is not held in check, if there are not checks and balances. And checks and balances can only come up if you have a strong minority, if you have an opposition that is holding the government accountable, if you have a strong civil society, if you have media like you people. I have absolutely no doubt that what is going to prevail in this 9th Parliament is the quality of debate, is the quality of contribution, is the quality of presentation. That is what is going to make the difference.
Is there a particular place you are expecting to focus on as a member of Parliament? We know you are just exiting as the Lands and Natural Resources Minister.
We'll see about that. Let's wait for the leadership to make that call.
Right. We'll see. Thank you very much. Congratulations. You had the MP. There's a news conference that's just about to be addressed. Samirku, it's good to have you. Congratulations, you've finally been sworn in. What are your own impressions about what you've seen today, given your first time coming in here?
Well, very interesting, and also a clear case of Ghana's democracy coming of age, and clearly the level of civility and the camaraderie that exists amongst members of Parliament is something that I find very remarkable. Again, one thing that I can also say for sure is that the NPP side may be smaller in number in terms of our minority figure, but one thing that I know for sure is that it's going to be a very effective opposition here in this House, very resilient, very formidable, and also the strength to be in our unity. And we are resolved, just as our forebears in 1997, when there were just about 61 members of Parliament against 133 members of Parliament from the NDC side. We did rise to the occasion. We worked hard, and with determination and courage, we were able to move beyond our barriers and recapture our lost ground. So, with the kind of early meetings that we've had throughout today with our leadership from the minority side and the resolve of the members of Parliament from the minority side, I'm confident that the NPP will give a very good account of itself. And myself, I promise to also be a very effective member of the minority, where we're going to definitely hold government accountable to its promises and scrutinize the programs, the policies and budget of government. So it's not going to be a rubber stamp minority that you're going to have. It's going to be a very strong, effective minority that you're going to have.
You hear the Member of Parliament elect. Let me speak to more and more people. You see John Dumelo. They are trying to get an interview with him, with a number of people who are speaking to us, giving their indication in terms of what they believe will be the key issues to look at. So I'll be looking forward pretty shortly to talk to A+ and also John Dumelo, who have all just now been sworn in terms of what we've been able to see here. And so we'll get to speak to more and more people. Jerry Shuaib is the MP for Wait Agbawe, first timer, but he is in leadership. What were your own understanding and expectation? Your own feeling of what has happened today in the House?
It's a good start. It's humbling. There are a whole lot of things we have to learn, and I'm sure we are going to get things done, and we are going to work together.
As a whip, you will be in charge of galvanizing your members, bringing them to the floor for a vote. I mean, if it comes to a vote, the numbers are so overwhelming for the NPP side, NDC side. It would appear you may not be able to do much. What message do you have for Ghanaians who say that your numbers is too small? They don't believe you may be able to hold government's feet to the fire that much.
Well, we've had precedents, so it doesn't have to be the size. It has to be the intellectual capacity. I mean, you can be 200 and be screaming and there won't be sense in whatever you're saying. You can be 5. But you can be very solid in projecting your views and making very solid submissions on the floor. And we are hopeful that we are going to do that.
Thank you very much, and
Thank you.
congratulations.
Enjoy.
And so let's try and speak to John Dumelo, who's just about leaving, and so we get some understanding of what's going to happen. Before you leave, Honorable John Dumelo, I'm not trying to kidnap you.
You are.
I'm not trying to kidnap you. You are now the Member of Parliament for Ayawaso West Wogo. Yes. You did try on your first time, it didn't work out, but you did breach a 10,000 guard to 2,000, and finally you are here. You've seen the situation that has panned out on this first sitting as you've come here. What are your own expectations of this 9th Parliament and yourself representing the good people of Ayawaso West Wogo?
Well, first and foremost, I would say thank God. It's been a long journey, reducing the votes from 10,000 to 2,000 and finally taking it up to 13,000. You know, I think it's God's doing. I want to thank the people of Ayawaso West for believing in me. I want to thank everybody that helped us to get here at this point, and I will deliver. I wouldn't fail, but whenever I'm wrong, the people should correct me, and let's just make Ayawaso West a better place.
Congratulations and all the best. Definitely. John Dumelo there speaking to us about his own expectation of the 8th Parliament. Pretty shortly, I'll speak to more.
Right. Thank you, Kweku Asante. Thank you very much. So we just have been bringing you the pictures from Parliament. The pictures from Parliament about the dissolution of the 8th Parliament and the, as it were, inauguration of the 9th Parliament. The Constitution says that when the 9th Parliament, when a Parliament is inaugurated, there must be only one business at the first sitting, and that business is the election of the Speaker and Deputy Speakers. And once the swearing in for the others is done, that's the end of the business. There's no other business. So they have finished and suspended. So, look, there were those who took some risk. The clerk said, well, I have been served with an order of the courts. It's an injunction against you. I want you to know, but if you want to go ahead, he read the constitutional provision that says that if you did so, you were committing a crime.
Yes, and he still decided to go ahead. I mean, I would have expected the clerk to actually have